Lord Phaethon, this time let me.
Vivian? Vivian?
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I? When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in. I meant to keep you company while you slept, but then I dozed off myself. Ugh. I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the #1 sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
Vivian, are you sure you're awake? That sounded like sleep talk. I'm sure sleeping in that position couldn't have been comfortable either.
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month. Though it is a bit late, but... Good morning, Lord Phaethon.
Good morning? Why so formal all of a sudden? Sounds like you're about to make an announcement.
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family, but I haven't found the source yet.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another Top's pawn. To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant, but it has a loyal following among regular folks. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light. Some people feel bad for him. Some relate to his struggles. And Hartman's the one getting all the heat. Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Tops is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Is someone trying to take advantage of this to get rid of both Hartman and the Ravenlocks?
I think Hartman knows this too, which is why he's completely vanished. No matter how hard I search, I can't find a single trace of him. Hartman must have taken the sacrifice core. Now that he holds this bargaining chip, he is definitely going to negotiate his way out of this with the Exaltists.
Sorry for interrupting. Can I borrow
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting.
Wait! Don't go outside.
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes. I'll be right here. Just let me know when...
Thank goodness Vivian didn't walk out the main door. Lycon's been pacing around outside for like half an hour and scared off at least 5 customers. He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian. But he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first?
Sure, I'll go talk to him. At the end of the day, we're all after the same enemy. As proxies, we should become the bridge between them.
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Good morning. Belle just let me know you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, it's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety. However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger. I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made or lose faith in the path she chose.
Vivian doesn't seem down at all. In fact, she's been actively gathering intel. I think she's handling this with even greater calm than I am. If you're feeling bad about what happened with Hugo, it might be a good idea to talk to Vivian directly. From what I've seen, she's not as fragile as you might think.
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
Sure, but just to be clear, I'm staying neutral and not picking sides. You both have your own stance on this. As a proxy, I'll do my best to help facilitate honest communication.
I respect that. Thank you. Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please, accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily.
You're right.
I'm glad you guys are on the same page, but why do I feel like I'm being left in the dark?
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity and kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and support we need. Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with the mayor so he can speak with you both directly.
Belle, Vivian, and I need to think this through carefully with everything at stake. It's not a decision we can make lightly.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find me at the Ballet Twins. I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad. I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices. The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost. No one knows what happened to the exaltist in Janus Quarter back then. But it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the exaltists' most successful attempts at creating sacrifices were.
The leader of the exaltists in Janus Quarter died a few years back. They haven't been active since. Could it be that Hartman was just acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Is it possible it's someone from TOPS?
TOPS is a huge alliance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards. Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in TOPS and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
But what's in it for TOPS? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman.
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. And that's when TOPS steps in. Taking control of the situation on their terms, the public will see the mayor as incompetent, while TOPS comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards TOPS. And Mr. Mayor, you might find yourself in an unfavorable situation.
Still sharp as ever, Miss Vivian.
So, what exactly do we stand to gain from partner? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for I'm not some hero of justice. And I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on them. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name. Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't the only one. There are more places where sacrifices might be lying dormant. Too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send my own men to deal with it. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices from those locations. I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use them again. On top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and maybe even uncover more of your potential. Her research overlaps with your teacher's work. You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
Really? A Void Hunter rank special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting, but she declined. She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
Okay.
This affects a lot of ordinary people in New Eridu. We'll do our best.
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends, but we're definitely not enemies. I'll leave the rest to you then.
would never turn down Lord Phaethon. Good day, Lord Phaethon.
Is the concert starting?
Standing by.
Dun, 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 dun. Lord Phaethon, thank you for trusting Mockingbird and me. Lord Phaethon, just Has someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did the Exaltus decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could awaken and turn against anyone nearby. She wouldn't risk moving them unless it was absolute... Did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops? I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing.
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out, he had a backup plan.
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next to Mr. Edmund one day. What's Topps planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have a normal life in the Hollows?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
All right. There's nothing here anyway. Let's leave the Hollow and report back on what we found. And we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into Tops, even if it means playing with fire. She's an Exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater...
Vivian, you seem a bit frazzled. Who's this she you keep bringing up?
I apologize for losing my composure. Please don't mind me. The she I'm referring to is with the Exaltists. Someone I have a history with. That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. For me, the Exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Phaethon, please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you
Sure, I'll stop asking. What's more important than an unspoken past is the person standing in front of me. As for everything else, we can talk...
Lord Phaethon, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your praises. I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime. First things first, let's track down those dormant sacrifices. The Exaltus have... I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is. I just can't shake the feeling that... something bad is about to happen. Hugo may have done terrible things, but he had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path. For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my curse. What's up? Don't touch me. Nothing here either. Are we too late?
I knew it was you, Vivian.
Camille, what are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Are you trying to stop the Exaltus?
I never left the Exaltus.
You know what Landon did back then.
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary. Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian, you're crying. You see me, don't you?
No.
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. Stay out of this. She loathes you. I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Camille! Lord Phaethon, watch out! I'll tell you what that was about later. Let's take care of the ethereals first. Out of my sight. Keep your filthy hands off.
You've been gone forever. Did you run into any trouble?
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No dormant sacrifices. Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifice.
Why would the Exaltists go after the sacrifices?
I saw it too, but I can't figure out why the Exaltists would do this.
And one of them is someone I once knew. I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death, but she stayed.
Wait, what did I miss? Why do you know so much about the Exaltists, Vivian?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while. Back then, Landon was one of the most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened, and after Landon died, I left. I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janus Quarter, I haven't been able to stop worrying. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Corps.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I'll come straight to you. I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
Absolutely. If you're feeling down, we'll be here for you.
Okay. Back to the matter at hand. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan, and that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. Many workers have died. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. No protests, no controversy, and the issue was buried. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they be so generous with payouts?
That sounds sketchy. Do you think those accidents were faked?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this. Do you have time, Lord Vathan? My contacts are just near 6th.
Sure. Let's go together.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me. I learned a lot about data scraping on the internet thanks to her. Rain! Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain? So you're the old friend Vivian was talking about.
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no
Rain! You actually know that Lord Phaethon is Lord— No, I mean, you actually know Wise is Lord Phaethon.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain! Let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Phaethon wouldn't be interested in that.
Why are you all tense? Right! Lord Phaethon lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol. Remember when you traced that post on Internet to 6th Street and actually went to check it out? And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat.
I think I know that black cat. It hangs around our shop now.
Lord Phaethon, please, let's drop this topic.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years, and you still won't say who your idol is. If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know. I'm sure your idol won't hold it.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
Huh? What's wrong?
Rain, Vivian said you might have some intel for us. Should we get into that first?
All right, let's get down to business. Here's something I'm pretty sure about. The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it. The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter. I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
Okay, we'll take a look around. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you're not so sure of?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, There were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port. The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth... Well, that's all I have.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up. I've been curious for what...
Alright, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh? But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life. I'm counting on you to save the world, guys. All right, I have other business to take care of.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said. That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry. One Denny Boo is just too cute, right? I didn't know you helped it too. I knew Lord Phaethon was the best in the whole world.
Don't take me back, please. I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't... Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. I don't know anything. I swear. I know...
We're not PubSec, the HIA. We won't force you into anything.
What do you want from me?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family, though you never saw me. Please,
Don't you wish to see your family?
It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to my...
But your family must miss you dearly.
No! It's my fault. It's all on...
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
I'm just a nobody. And right...
If you care about your family and friends, now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late. Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean. No one knows how this will turn out. But if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end will be regret. We're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us. I'll help you return to your family. But you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the Hollow to guard something. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the Hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the Hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills. When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hands. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen. But then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go. So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. I think it was on top of a tall building. What exactly was in that box? I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover. And your family, once this is all over, you will be able to reunite.
Sometimes I wonder if you've had some kind of special training, Vivian. No matter who you're up against, you seem to analyze the pros and cons and make a judgment in no time.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As if my very existence was the source of suffering. I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
It's hard to picture that. My first impression of you was pretty, assertive.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met. And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Speaking of Rain, it's quite a coincidence that you two know each other and are actually close. You even know one Denny Boo. That surprised me. We might have crossed paths without even realizing it.
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Vathan. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
Looking back, it feels like I've been through a lot lately. Belle and I even lost our Vathan account. It's a long story, starting with how the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang. It should be around this area. Belle told me there's a highly rated store here.
Lord Vathan!
What's wrong?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side. Ever since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune. I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragic. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me. Whether they knew me or not, everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights, and not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind, and right then, my phone rang. I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Vathan.
Huh? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Vathan. You were the one using the account at that time, but I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online. But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you, face to face.
So, I have to ask, what exactly did I say in that reply?
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
You're putting my memory to the test.
So, Lord Vathan, thank you. Not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now. Lord Vathan, I truly like who I've become. Lycon just sent a message. There's an update. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Wise, you're back. Looks like Lycon's tied up with something. He said I should just chill until you're back, and then we can talk online. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to see.
All right, we'll get there right away.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands. The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there. Please ensure your safety. And I wish...
PlayStation